I'm Andrew Mullins. I'm Manager for Koala Conservation Programs with the Queensland Government. Yeah, so in 2024 the Department entered into a funding arrangement with Healthy Land and Water to do a koala threat management initiative across southeast Queensland. So we're the funding partner there, and we've also provided a range of other expertise. And Healthy Land and Water has gone and worked with councils and other organisations across southeast Queensland, and that have identified 10 key areas for priority threats for koalas in southeast Queensland. And then through partnerships with councils, they've developed projects in each of those areas. And across a lot of those areas, disease has loomed as the biggest threat for koalas.
My name's Indigo Cuss-Patterson. I'm a project officer with Healthy Land and Water. We are project managing the Koala Threat Management Initiative program that's funded by DETSI. So this program involves identifying threats all over southeast Queensland and then working with councils to put on-ground actions in place to mitigate those threats. So today we're working on a sub-program of the Koala Threat Management Initiatives, which is a disease program aimed at reducing the threat of chlamydia to koala populations around southeast Queensland. Today I'm in the lovely Maleny on the Sunshine Coast, and we have with us the Sunshine Coast Council as well as Detection Dogs for Conservation and some other sole traders that have been helping us get the work here done. So we've just been out checking thermal drone detections that occurred overnight, looking for the animals, identifying if it can be trapped either with a ground trap or a climb and flag technique, which is where we get a climber to climb up the tree and use some flags to get the koala to come down. And then we move it back to site where we have an on-site veterinary, and she does a full health assessment.
I'm a wildlife veterinarian, Rosie Booth, with 40 years experience working exclusively with wildlife and in particular koalas. And this is Jade Patterson, another wildlife veterinarian, and Jade works on Stradbroke Island where there are a lot of koalas that need her help, but you're also a private practitioner. What we're doing here in the field is the full health assessment on every koala that's captured. So they're given an induction agent in the cage that takes them to heavy sedation, and then we gas them down further to full anaesthesia with isoflurane and oxygen. That allows us to take as long as necessary to take all the necessary samples and do a full thorough exam. While the nurse is monitoring the anaesthetic, the vet is examining the musculoskeletal system, the eyes, the reproductive tract, all of the systems that we have access to. It's a complete exam, but our focus is on evidence for chlamydiosis because that is the disease that we're primarily trying to mitigate.
Hi, my name's Kate Hoffmaster and I'm the Wildlife Conservation Lead at Sunshine Coast Council. We have the pleasure of managing the Koala Conservation Plan on the Sunshine Coast. Sunshine Coast Council are part of a partnership with the Queensland Government, with Healthy Land and Water, with the University of Sunshine Coast and many other local governments, community groups, wildlife hospitals across the entire southeast Queensland to be able to actively manage the disease in our koala populations. One of the most important parts of this project is the fact that it has brought together experts from so many different fields to collaborate together on a single project, not only collaborating with experts, but involving state and local government and our traditional custodians, alongside our community groups and our wildlife hospitals. It really is a collection of experts all offering their unique and exceptional perspectives on what's happening with our local koala populations.